It's Capital Breakfast with Jordan, Chris and Sean, and today we're joined by two people from the most talked about show in the world right now. Let's give a massive welcome to the stars of Severance. It's Adam, Scott and Britt Lower!
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Morning. You guys are on a massive worldwide promo tour, which just shows how huge Severance is. We're all obsessed with it, and it's why we've all gone a bit weird and fangirly in the studio. But for anybody listening right now, please try and explain the show, because it's like nothing you'll ever see.
I'm going to let Adam.
Here we
I was
go.
just about to pass it on to Britt. Well, the basic premise of it is that the show takes place in a world where there is a technology where you can get a chip inserted in your brain. So when you go to work, you have no idea who you are in the outside world. And then when you leave work at the end of the day, you have no idea what you did at work. So you basically have two different consciousnesses that you're bouncing back and forth between. Is consciousnesses
I was
a
just
word?
going to say, that's the hardest part of this press tour is saying that word.
Yeah.
Consciousness.
There has to be a plural for consciousness.
But I think it's one of those things you watch and then it alters how you view life. It was a bit like the first time I watched The Truman Show, and then you feel like you're part of a TV show constantly. I mean,
Right.
I guess you guys are. But with this, from watching it, I now can't get over this idea of there being a kind of work life and then a separate life outside, and you live those two things separately.
Yeah.
I worry this place will become that sometime.
So do I, Chris. So do I. Yeah, and also just to add to that, what I didn't expect when I was watching it is that sort of transition between what we're calling like the innies, your work you, and your outies, the outside version of you, being almost two separate people. And sometimes I watch it forgetting that you are the same person, because you end up almost hating each other, even though you're the same thing. Have I made this more confusing?
Anybody listening right now who's not seen the show will be like, what are you going on about? Just watch it.
I know
will
it sounds confusing.
all make sense, but I know what you're getting at, Sean. And the crazy thing is, but in the show, you play the same character but with two personalities, and you've got your innie and your outie. And I heard you have like a visual way that keeps you on tabs with both Hella and Helena. Is that right? So you've got like two pictures that helps you focus on who you're playing.
Yeah, I use a lot of analogies because it's the easiest way in for me. But the subconscious is obviously shared, these two parts of the same person. So season 1, I did a lot of like very childlike drawings. Helly had a lot of crayons smashed into the page and sort of represented the inner child aspect of these innies. And Helena, my outie, it was more like smooth watercolors.
Really? I would love to see a picture of those.
Someday I'll share them with you.
Oh, thank you. Please do.
Do you slightly change your voices when you're being your innies and outies?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to think of it as just vastly different circumstance. I kind of think of it as somewhat of a math problem, but it being life experience rather than numbers. It being, one is 40-odd years of life experience, and with all the heartbreak and joy and everything that goes into a very full life. And the other one, for all intents and purposes, is like 2 or 3 years old. And so there's just sort of this addition and subtraction and going from innie to outie.
But even with your voice, you're sort of purposefully changing your voice as part of that process.
As a result of that, as a result of sort of either the naivete or the sort of being weighed down by life and everything that it's done to him. Yeah, the voice is affected.
That's so interesting.
Are you happy to stick around for a bit longer? Because we've so much we want to talk about with this show. No spoilers, because Sean's not seen the final episode yet.
No.
I've not started the second series yet, because I'm waiting to start, because I want to binge watch it all. And where are you up to?
I'm sort of 3 episodes into the second series.
We're all over the place.
We have to be really careful.
No spoilers. We're going to make time for a quick MDE, a music dance experience. It's Adam S and Britt L.
Yay!
See what we did there, because we don't use surnames. I'm doing a wink on the radio and it's not quite working. We're massive fans of the show. We are.
We love the show. So the Lumen offices, which are the kind of fictitious offices in Severance, they're very kind of unique in style. Am I right in thinking that this is one of the most expensive shows ever made? In which case, I'm wondering, the props as part of that show must be very valuable. And did you manage to take any?
I have a few Lumen Sharpies.
Oh,
Oh, you did?
I asked permission before I took them. Though.
I have the little cube. I think we all have one. The little clear cube with our face on it that kind of rotates with the.
And they're very disturbing. They're like an uncanny valley version of us.
Weird.
We all look strange.
My nose is a lot smaller though, so I really like it.
So where have you put that then? Is that just in your house, propped up?
I put it in my house, and my son made me take it down and put it in my closet. I think I have some of those Lumen Post-its.
I have
too.
Post-its.
Yeah.
I didn't ask permission for those.
Me neither.
When you first got the script for this show, did you get it straight away or did you have to reread it? Like, how did you get your head around it? Because when I watched the first episode, I was like, right, what? So reading it, how was that?
I remember just falling in love with the way that Dan Erickson uses language, and the way these characters move through that pilot episode is just unlike anything I've ever read before, especially Helly R. She's just immediately defiant. How about you, Adam?
I just loved the idea of it. It reminded me of, because I grew up loving The Twilight Zone, and then when Lost came on, I loved that. I just love these kinds of stories and love science fiction. And so this idea of the bifurcating your life into work and your outside life, it's such a simple, great idea, and I couldn't believe no one had done it before. It's like, of course, yes, this should be done. And so I just kind of got addicted to the big idea of it.
I never thought of that. I should say, if you're listening right now and you loved Lost, you are going to love this.
Yeah.
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 It's a real thing. I feel like even there's elements of The Matrix where something's ahead of its time, and then it sort of starts to dawn on you later. It all starts sinking in. And you go, this is actually not that far from the future.
Well, also, it's so thorough, isn't it? Throughout it all, a bit like The Matrix, there must be so much. It is a complete head fog to put this thing together, I imagine.
Yeah.
What you want to say there?
You said fog, right? Okay.
I think so.
There's a lot going on in it if you've never seen it, but also Adam's hair in it is next level, and there's like fan accounts of your hair in this. Did you ever expect that? Because people are going crazy for like how great it looks.
No, and Ben Stiller is very meticulous about hair, not only mine, but Britt's as well.
Occasionally he'll be like, I'm just going to come in and move this hair, and he's not really supposed to do that as per the union. But he can't help himself. He's like, I just got to fly away.
That's right.
It is mad how much it changes, especially for your character, Mark, how different he looks in season 2 when you see flashbacks.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's Adam Scott.
Yeah.
Because you almost don't recognize you weirdly in the first season.
Yeah, the hair. I mean, it looks like it looks almost like a helmet. Like there's a strap under my chin. But that particular hairdo, the Mark S hair, is a Ben Stiller original. That hairstyle is kind of conceived by Ben.
How does he draw it, and then you get?
No,
does he take to the barbers or what?
He kind of had an idea, and then our incredible hairstylist, John Carter in season 2, was really, trying to sculpt it in a particular way. And then when he hits it, Ben's like, yes, that's it.
Oh.
Can you imagine that? Imagine getting your hair cut and you've got a director there.
Yeah.
It's something like when we got our pictures taken here, weren't it?
Well, he photoshopped a different hair on your own head, didn't you?
That picture will show you. It's different photoshopped hair. Right.
Just quickly before, because I've got to
Go
ask,
on.
otherwise they'll kill me, the listeners. Obviously, Ben Stiller has said we won't have to wait that long for season 3 this time. It won't be like 3 years in between. Can you tell me, have you seen any early scripts, or is there anything? What can you give us?
I mean, there's not, no, we can't tell you.
Okay. That was a very polite way.
I was about to tell them everything.
Yeah, I know, I was too.
Okay, we won't.
Have you had eyes on a script?
We can't tell you that either.
Okay.
Could your outie tell us?
Sure.
Okay, so
100%.
all right, okay.
I'll tell you everything.
Right now, we're doing one of our favourite games between the team here. We've never actually brought this to air, so we're excited to play this with our very special guests today. We've got Adam Scott and Britt Lower from the fantastic Severance that we're all obsessed with. Sean, you're best explaining this. How's it work?
Okay, have you heard of the game Vibes? It's a bit of a drinking game normally where you go, this person's giving the vibe that. So what we thought we could do is sort of do it a bit Severance style with this person's outie is giving the vibe that they would do X, Y, and Z. Okay, so it's almost like you're trying to guess what your outie would be getting up to. I'll try and explain it.
You've only just met us.
Yeah.
You've got to make. You're going to hear a
make some
statement. You've got to try
judgments.
work out who's who between us all.
So-
We've just met
Okay.
you. You've just met us. It's going to be
Okay.
based on stereotypes.
Yeah, so say we're a group of innies now just guessing what the outies are like. If I said this person's outie is giving the vibe that they would wear a neckerchief, who out of us three would be giving that vibe?
Ah, I see.
Oh.
So you got Chris, Sean, and me, Jordan.
A neckerchief?
A neckerchief.
Jordan.
Yes, absolutely
What do you
spot
think?
on.
All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot
And that's
on.
a compliment.
Yeah.
I thought you were all
Nailed.
targeting me because I'm wearing this around my neck.
No, it wasn't.
All right, let's get straight to it then. Here's the first one.
This person's outie gives the vibe that they would risk their life to rescue a dog from a river.
Who do you think that would be, guys? Chris, Sean, or Jordan?
Chris.
No, it was Jordan.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Jordan, again?
I rescued a dog from a river, but I don't like to
You
talk
did
about
do
it.
that?
Yeah.
Sounds like you do like talking about it.
I don't like to mention it. That was just a thing that happened at Christmas. We'll do another.
This person's outie gives the vibe that they'd throw hands during a game of Monopoly.
They throw
Okay.
hands during a game of Monopoly. What, like kick off?
Yeah.
You're quite competitive,
I don't know what
Jordan.
that means.
It means like they'd kick off, they'd cause a scene at Monopoly, they'd take it very serious.
Ah.
I'm thinking Chris Stark, but also I'm getting Adam vibes.
Adam,
from it.
Adam or Chris?
I think Adam would take a board game extremely seriously, and I mean that as a compliment.
okay,
Yeah.
let's say Adam.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know how you would know that.
Because we have very good producers.
Is it me?
Is it
Yes,
Adam?
it is you. It is.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, I get a little wrapped up
Yeah.
in things being fair and yeah. Wow.
Do you put the money in the middle of the board game and then how do you play it?
Monopoly?
Yeah.
I actually don't really play Monopoly, but other games, yeah, I get a little persnickety.
What's your board game of choice? Just out of interest.
I love Rummy Cube.
Rummy
It's a
Cube.
great game.
Is it?
I've not played that.
Or Rummy Cub. Some people call it that.
They do?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, maybe they do.
I think you call it Rummy Cub.
Adam.
This person's out. He's giving the vibe. They make up words.
Yeah, exactly.
Convince us.
Let's do
Rummy
another.
Cub.
This person's outie gives the vibe that they take 11-minute naps after lunch every day.
That could be for me, Chris Stark.
Yeah, but-
but the way Adam's looking straight at Brit.
I know, and Brit's head tilted then. Are you an 11-minute napper, Brit?
Guilty.
How can you even fall asleep that quick?
Well, the trick is just lay down.
For 11 minutes exact.
That's right.
This person's outie gives the vibe that they fold and organise their socks by colour.
This feel like is it one of you two here? I mean, our Jordan's very tidy.
I'm gonna just get in the vibe of someone that also likes doing a bit of like. I'm pretty sure this is Adam.
I think it might
It's
be.
Adam.
It is. It is.
There is
It
a
is.
kick out of emptying that wash basket in there.
I love doing laundry.
Same.
I find it satisfying. I love it.
I love folding my socks.
No, that's
You
the
do.
Folding
I do.
socks.
How do you do it like into a ball or do you just fold them on top of each other?
They're like beautiful little squares and they're color coded.
Sure.
They're squares. That's unbelievable from you. That's amazing.
So you wear the right day socks.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Guys,
Adam, are you an ironer?
No.
Oh,
No,
not
no,
the iron.
no.
Just more the folding.
It's
Or the
less
washing.
the folding and doing the washing and drying and like transferring from one to the other or taking the things that can't go in the dryer and hanging them up and I love it.
Basically, this is a pitch for Adam and I's housekeeping service. We'll come to your house, I'll fold everything.
It's called washing and folding with Britt and Adam.
guys, we could speak to you for hours and hours. We're going to have to let you go. Thank you so much for coming in. If you've not watched it, Severance, Apple TV, it will blow your mind. It's one of the best things on the telly in ages. Give it up for Adam, Scott, and Britt Lower.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so
what a
much.
pleasure.
Yeah.